Have you ever wondered or asked yourself, why is it that when you go on some of these pre-sales at the very bottom, not all of them, but some of them, it'll say that they are registered on Belize or on some offshore country. Let's say when we go here to Love Hey Inu, they are registered in Panama City, but not in the UK. Like, since obviously Love Hey Inu and Medicaid, their CEO, both of them, they are from the UK. They operate from the UK, but why is it that they're not registered there, in their country, but instead are registered offshore? Like, why is that? Well, the reason for that is because of this right here, okay? Not because of Cardano, Polygon, and Solana, not because of these cryptocurrency tokens, no, or coins, but it's because of what's happening to them right now. Robinhood, they are going to delist Cardano, Polygon, and Solana on June 27th, all right? And here's the time. And so what's happening right now, these three tokens are being sued by the SEC. And who is the SEC? Well, they are the US Securities and Exchange Commission. Okay, they're the ones that regulates stocks, ETFs. They're the ones that regulate all of these securities. And so what's happening right now, okay, is that they're getting, let me just open this right here real quick. So this is what's happening. All based on nothing but accusations by the SEC. What happened to due process? Because these three tokens or coins are being accused of being securities rather than just like regular cryptocurrency. Because they're being treated as an investment. And that's why they're being accused of being securities. And so when we go here to his other tweet, he mentions here the following. He says, there we go. Without proving in a court of law that these tokens are securities, the SEC may be able to restrict access to them anyway. Just arbitrarily accuse these tokens of being a security in a lawsuit, and exchanges start to kowtow to your whims. So in the case of Robinhood, okay, we need to understand that Robinhood has been under the spotlight. They have been, and not for like good reasons, but for like negative reasons already, and they don't want any more trouble. They want to just, if there's an issue, they want to get rid of it and just stay out of, the magnifying glass of the SEC. All right. So that's Robinhood's from their perspective. At least that's my opinion on why they're delisting them quickly. But pretty much, there has been no trial, nothing going on other than just the SEC, which they're just accusing these tokens or coins of being securities, and Robinhood is taking a quick action of this. Now, why am I bringing this up and connecting them with all these previous pre-sales like Love Hey Inu, Medicaid, Big Ice, which is about to launch in a few days? But what is the connection between those tokens and other pre-sales from the past and future pre-sales, ICOs? What is the connection with all of those and this, what's happening right now with Cardano, Solana, Polygon? What is the connection? Here's the thing. Cryptocurrency right now is in a gray area. Some people argue that cryptocurrency is just a currency and not an investment. And others argue that no, cryptocurrency is an investment, therefore it should be regulated, which brings the question of securities, because that would fall under the category of being a security. And if cryptocurrency is a security, then it should be treated as such with regulations. And so that's where the arguments, the debate is happening, and it's been happening for many years. Now, the funny thing, okay, what I don't like, what the government does, all right, is that they say one thing, but they do something different. It doesn't really align to what they say. And let me give you an example. Those of you have made gains, profits, capital gains or whatever on cryptocurrency and stocks. What happens if you make a good amount of money? What do you have to do to the government at the end of the year? When you do your taxes, guess what? They want a piece of the pie, right? You have to report those capital gains or profits or whatever. You have to report that, and it's going to count as income towards you. Let's say that you make a certain amount of money. They're going to give you a 1099 miscellaneous or something like that, and it's going to have the amount of money that you earn. Okay. And I guess they also give you some other forms, but pretty much you're going to have to report this, whether that's crypto, capital gains, or stocks, or whatever, any type of other investments, mutual funds, any time that you realize those gains, all right, you're gonna have to report them because they are going to count as income to you. But also keep in mind, okay, I'm not a tax advisor. Always consult with your tax person, accountant about this, but I'm just using this as an example, okay? And also this works on the other way around. Let's say that you lost money, so you can get an offset capital gains. Let's say that you lost $10,000 in a year. So what you can do is use that for your benefit. Let's say that you invested on a token and you put in like money in there. It could be a stocks, whatever. And then you didn't make any money. You had a loss. So you can report that loss into your taxes and you get an offset on your, whenever you do your taxes, okay? And up to $3,000, like it says right here, all right? And this also works with like stocks, okay? Both of them. And let's say if it's $10,000 that you lost, you won't be able to like get a credit, or not a credit, but a reduction of $10,000 because the limit is $3,000, but it can carry over for the next following year. So imagine that, okay? The loss of $10,000, and then when you do your taxes, they'll deduct it, you know, $3,000. And then for the next like 2 years, they're going to deduct another $3,000. And on the fourth year, $1,000, you know, and more or less that's how it works. But yeah, so you can use it as your benefit whenever you you had a loss. But pretty much that's where cryptocurrency stands right now. It's in a great area because if cryptocurrency ICOs, all right, pre-sales, if they are considered securities, that means that all of these pre-sales that we have seen in the past and that are ongoing as well, they will have to go through an IPO process, just like stocks. They have to be regulated, which means for an IPO, for a business to go public into the stock market, they're going to have to, there's paperwork, agreement, attorneys, banks. There's a whole group of people involved before a company goes public. All right, before they can start allowing investors to buy their stocks, all right, or a share of the company, they need to go through this process. And if ICOs are seen as securities, guess what? They have to also abide by the same thing. They also have to follow the same rules. They're gonna have to be an established business before they go public. All right. Right now, ICOs, they don't need to do any of that stuff. All right. You know, somebody can just create any token, create any project, and they can just launch it, do a pre-sale without providing any products, any documentation. Okay. I'm not talking about white paper documentation. I'm talking about like actual agreements, contracts, all right, between you and the company. Because at an IPO, there's an agreement signed between the VCs or investors that wants to, you know, buy the stocks, the shares at a very cheap price before they go public. All right. Very similar to an ICO. But the difference is that in ICO, there's no contract signed between you and the token, the pre-sale, the developers. It's just, you just buy the token and you wait until you claim it. And then when it's launched, if it's legit, when it launches, then you claim your tokens and you're able to exchange it, right? Or trade it on the DEX or any other exchange, a centralized exchange. But right now, that's not happening. So it's pretty much crowdfunding on a project that is not producing any products, any services, anything like that. And you're just hoping that something does happen, that they fulfill the promises that they have made on the roadmap and everything like that. So that's pretty much where we are at in this moment with cryptocurrencies. Again, it's in a gray area. Some argue that cryptocurrency is just a currency, and some argue that cryptocurrency is a digital asset that it is considered a security, and it's just an ongoing battle. But yeah, there you guys go. I just wanted to share with you guys this real quick, what's happening with Robinhood. They're removing these 3 tokens. You know, they're removing Cardano, Polygon, and Solana because of the lawsuits that they're getting these tokens, and Robinhood just want to stay out of the spotlight. And potentially, what could this mean for future pre-sales if, you know, it does get regulated? If they are seen as securities, then, you know, what does that mean for future pre-sales? Can they be affected or not? You know, only time will tell. Share your thoughts. What do you guys think about all of this down in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.